It's always been a bit unclear how the new Karate Kid movie would follow up after Cobra Kai, but one plot point in Cobra Kai Season 6 has made things even more confusing. Showrunner Josh Heald recently mentioned that even though Daniel LaRusso is the link between the Netflix show and the upcoming Karate Kid movie, the show won't set up the film. This news was surprising because it seems odd for the 2025 movie to ignore everything that happened in Daniel's Cobra Kai storyline. With the movie's limited runtime, it could have just focused on developing Daniel's connection with Jackie Chan's Mr. Han, leaving Cobra Kai aside. But Season 6 Part 1 of the show has now introduced a new detail that makes the upcoming film feel a bit disconnected. It's still too early to write off the movie, but this Cobra Kai reveal definitely raises concerns about how well the film will fit into the overall Karate Kid franchise. In Cobra Kai Season 6, Daniel LaRusso confirms that the Sekai Taikai tournament will be his karate swan song, signaling his retirement from the martial arts world. In the season's first episode, Daniel excitedly tells his wife Amanda about the Sekai Taikai, but Amanda gently raises concerns about their lives constantly revolving around karate. Daniel reassures her that after the tournament, he plans to shift focus and prioritize other aspects of his life. This decision to step away from the world of karate and not fall into the trap of building an empire like Terry Silver shows Daniel's growth and maturity. Daniel's retirement is a significant step, as it mirrors one of Mr. Miyagi's most important lessons, the importance of balance. Throughout Cobra Kai, Daniel has struggled to maintain balance in his life, especially between his karate pursuits and his family. In Season 5, this almost cost him his relationship with his loved ones. Mr. Miyagi always emphasized that everything is better when life has balance, a lesson Daniel understood but had trouble applying. Now, by choosing to step back from karate and focus on his family, Daniel is finally embracing this advice in a meaningful way. This move shows that Daniel has learned from his past mistakes and is ready to move on from the endless cycle of karate conflicts. By following Mr. Miyagi's teachings, Daniel not only honors his mentor, but also secures a more peaceful, fulfilling future for himself and his family. This could also pave the way for new generations of karate students in the Cobra Kai universe, while giving Daniel the closure he's been seeking. Daniel LaRusso's return in the upcoming Karate Kid movie makes little sense, especially after his announced retirement from karate in Season 6. After the intense battles and personal sacrifices, including almost losing his wife while taking down Terry Silver in Season 5, it felt like a natural progression for Daniel to step away from the karate world. His decision to retire after the Sekai Taikai was a significant moment of growth, showing that he finally understood Mr. Miyagi's lesson about balance in life. If the new Karate Kid movie brings Daniel back into the fold as a karate sensei, it would feel forced and undermine the character development he's worked so hard to achieve. The idea of him returning to the very world he promised to leave behind would create a major inconsistency in his storyline, especially after his heartfelt commitment to focus on family and life beyond karate. While it's understandable that fans love seeing Daniel in action, reintroducing him as a karate mentor would undo all the personal growth he's shown, making his retirement feel like an empty gesture. For the Karate Kid movie to make sense without disrupting Daniel's arc, it would need to find a way to include him in the story without pushing him back into the karate spotlight. His return could be more symbolic, perhaps offering guidance from afar or stepping in briefly, but keeping him away from the sensei role would maintain the integrity of his decision to retire and protect the continuity of his character's journey. On the flip side, the new Karate Kid movie might just deliver a showdown I never thought I'd see, but I'm totally here for it. Daniel LaRusso versus Mr. Han. That's right. There's a chance we'll see Ralph Macchio's Daniel facing off against Jackie Chan's Mr. Han from the 2010 Karate Kid remake. It's wild to think about, because when Chan's Karate Kid hit theaters, it was its own separate universe. But with the upcoming film, his character is officially part of the main canon alongside the original movies and Cobra Kai, and that opens the door for an epic clash. At first, I was pretty puzzled by the decision to bring Mr. Han into the main timeline, but now I'm just excited. The idea of these two martial arts legends going head-to-head is too good to pass up. Sure, it seems unlikely they'll be outright enemies. Mr. Han is basically the Karate Kid remake's version of Mr. Miyagi, Daniel's late mentor. But with the movie plot still under wraps, who knows what could bring them into the ring together? The most plausible scenario? A friendly sparring match. It's more in line with both of their characters, paying tribute to their roles as senseis while still giving fans an amazing fight. Whether it's a voluntary challenge or something more serious, this fight has the potential to be one of the coolest moments in Karate Kid history, and I'm all in for it. Now the big question, who would win in a fight between Daniel LaRusso and Mr. Han? Honestly, it's tough to call because their fighting styles are so different. Daniel is all about karate, while Mr. Han is a kung fu master. These are two distinct martial arts, and that's what makes this matchup so intriguing. I'm really torn for a couple of reasons. First, I can't decide who I'd want to win. I love both characters. Daniel has been with us since the 80s, and his journey has been nothing short of iconic. But Mr. Han, played by Jackie Chan, brings something different to the table. Sure, his character shares some similarities with Mr. Miyagi, but Chan's unique energy and style make Mr. Han stand out in his own right. Then there's the question of who would win, which is even trickier. Daniel has decades of experience in the Karate Kid universe, except for the next Karate Kid where he didn't appear. He's proven himself time and time again, especially with his involvement in Cobra Kai. But Mr. Han? His kung fu style is all about fluidity, precision, and a whole lot of grace, as shown in the 2010 remake. Daniel's karate is more disciplined and straightforward, but Mr. Han's kung fu has a sense of flow and adaptability. That said, Mr. Han is also about 10 years older than Daniel, but age in the Karate Kid universe just means more wisdom, not any significant physical disadvantages. Originally slated for release on June 7, 2024, which would have made its debut during the 40th anniversary of the first film, the new Karate Kid had to deal with Sony's massive schedule reshuffle due to the Hollywood strikes. The release was pushed back to December 2024, but unfortunately, the movie has now been delayed again. The new release date is May 30th, 2025. And that's a wrap for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget, we always welcome your suggestions for future videos, so drop them in the comments below.